So let's so I think a lot of people know about Andre Kendrick, you know, the EC Glass legend, the Lynchburg legend. So who was Andre Kendrick? Like, how did you work your way up into, you know, a Virginia Tech, you know, standout, as well as being a Lynchburg legend that you are now?
Well, I mean, I don't know about Lynchburg legend, but we'll go with it. But yeah, you know, I mean, it started like when I was small, like 5 years old. I remember my first Super Bowl I watched was the Redskins, the Washington football team, but back then they were the Redskins versus the Raiders. That's when I fell in love with the Raiders, fell in love with football, and pretty much, man, like all my life, ever since I was 5 years old, have been playing football. Started out at RS Payne, you know, and some of my early training came from my dad and my brothers. God bless the dead, my brother Bird and my brothers Punkers. You know, they always worked out with me, play. We didn't know we was working out, but, you know, it was, you know, I don't even think they knew they were working me out, but, you know, we used to do little different drills around the house, and I used to be like, you know, when they ain't want to play with me, my dad wasn't around, you know, my brothers didn't want to play with me. Younger, like, Mom, you know, Bird, Punker, they won't play with me, so, you know, she'll make them play with me, but, you know, it got me better. They learned, you know, they taught me a lot of things that I was able to use in life, and, you know, so basically, like I said, I started at RS Payne at 5 years old, and I just worked my way all the way up. A little troublesome, young, just a little young, rebellious kid, nothing really crazy. When I was younger, got kicked out of public schools. Mom, dad sent me to LCA for 2 years. Best thing that ever happened to me in my life, far as, you know, seeing that things were bigger than Lynchburg, Virginia. You know, there's folks over there, I mean, they took me everywhere. They, you know, far as all the way up to Bangor, Maine, right on the Canadian border. So, you know, all the way up the coast, the Long Island, all of me. So they just showed me different things. You know, also I learned, you know, even though my parents, you know, I went to church all the time. I knew who God was, but I had a real chance to, like, know who God was, you know, because every day it was Bible. You know, we had a Bible class, so, you know, I learned about the Bible and stuff like that. So, you know, that was probably the best thing that ever could have happened to me in my life at that point. Came to EC Glass, and, you know, the rest kind of was history.
The rest was history. So I know once a coach, always a coach, right? So I seen I was at the Appomattox game watching my son play, seen one of my Paramount coaches, reffing.
Yeah.
And I still call him coach. Who is the guy, or who is that coach that really told you, look, man, like if you stay the course, like you can do something special?
Well, I mean, it's a couple of people. You know, first started off when I was at LCA. You know, 8th grade, Scott Allen was the, Lewis was the coach when I was over there. And Scott Allen, he was one of those coaches that saw something in me. He wanted to implement the option. And every day in school, he was like, next year, your year. As a freshman, next year, your year. Not thinking, you know, I'm thinking I'm going to be there, but I ain't really know. So I always was a running back. My 8th grade year, one of my best friends, Trent Richardson, he got hurt, so they put me at quarterback. So I started playing quarterback. That's what Scott Allen discovered, that I could play quarterback and things of that nature. But fortunately, I went to class. And Mike Berry, God bless the dead, Mike Berry was the one that told me, like, you got it.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna play before your senior year. I mean, you're going to play before your sophomore year. And I was just like, nah.
Yeah.
You know, so that year I played 9th grade, because then we had 9th grade.
Yeah.
Played 9th grade, JV all in 1 week, and varsity all in 1 week. So once the season was over, you know, I got moved up to varsity, and it's a story that I'll tell later about it. But, you know, my freshman year, Glasgow to the state championship game, playing against Allen Iverson. You know, my dad told me the night before, like, be ready, they're going to put you on. Like, Pops, a state championship game, man. I'm a freshman, you know, I ain't getting no love at quarterback position. And sure enough, right around at the end of the second quarter, they called me in the game. And I wasn't prepared, I wasn't ready. But it taught me some lessons further down the road in college, because, you know, I kind of still had that, you know, I really didn't understand what it was to be, like, prepared.
Yeah.
You know, everything was God-given talent, you know what I'm saying? God-given talent, heart, chip on my shoulder, because I always was the shortest, but I was thick, you know, and I was a dog. You know what I'm saying? So that was just it, you know? So I always had that, like, no, you better go talk to that other one over there. I ain't the one. You know, so, you know, that, but yeah. And then, you know, once, you know, Bo Henson once he starts seeing and coming to the ninth grade games, he was like, yo, you can't pull me this out. You the quarterback of the future. Okay. And, you know, mind you, I mean, I'm a freshman, and I still got guys that's in front of me, you know, that's played the game, that was playing quarterback. So, yeah, that's how I went. And Coach Henson, he just gave me that green light as a sophomore, and then we went from there.